This morning we're talking with Gene Perry, and as you can see, he's decked out in his uniform there, sitting here in the chapel of the Salvation Army. Gene is a captain with the Salvation Army. Been with them since 1994, and he has been posted here to Warner Robins for about a year and a half. This is his first time in Rotary. He joined the Warner Robins Rotary Club. And we just inducted him into the club in the last week. This morning I'd like to talk a little bit about Gene and some of his background. He was an Air Force brat. Grew up, his father was in the Air Force, grew up traveling all over the country and so forth. Attended college at Rice University in Houston for a time. Left there and went to work with the Marriott company as a chef, and spent about 20 years with Marriott in New Orleans and everything as a chef. And then Marriott, I guess, wanted to post him someplace that he'd never heard about, so he decided it was time probably to pull up stakes and change careers. And found a calling in the Salvation Army. I'd like to focus a little bit today on Polio Plus, which is one of the big service projects that Rotary's been involved with for a number of years. And Gene has a very interesting story that he told us at Rotary when he was inducted. So I'm going to turn it over to Gene and let you go ahead and maybe tell us a little bit more about that story, about Polio Plus and what it meant to you in your life.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, I just got to thank the Rotary and all of those that are involved in the Polio Plus program. My mom had polio as a child, and of course our grandparents, my grandparents, her parents, and she has one sister, and as everybody knows, it affects everyone in your family when somebody gets that. I can't say too much about her early years with it. Of course, I wasn't there, but some of the stories she told is how the family was helped by Rotary. My grandfather, her father, was going to church quite a bit, all of us, but my mom was a child when she contracted polio, and of course I don't know very much about her early years except her stories. And she tells of when there were some hard times at the house, and my grandfather had some friends in the church. They were part of the Rotary, and that's where our family learned about the polio program and helping. And I'm not really sure exactly how much the program was established, but I do know that she tells of times when she would go and see doctors and specialists, and it was funded by that. Sorry if I get a little emotional with this, but I think one of the most important things that anybody really needs to know is that in all facets, my family was supported by the Rotary probably for a good couple of years, taking care of that problem, making sure that she got the proper care, braces and those types of things. There was a couple of surgeries involved, and I know that for years, when I was a small child, I always wondered why she limped, why she used a cane, those types of things I did not understand. But when I was older and she told me what was really going on, I could see how it changed lives. Since then, she is still alive in Waco, being the consummate Texas big-haired Southern Belle, you know. She gives to Rotary. She's not a member, but she gives. That's one of her charity things. She gives to that program. And I've always wanted to try and help other people. Hence, after 20 years of being a chef, when the chance came and the man upstairs decided to poke me on the shoulder pretty good, I became a Salvation Army officer to help people. And then I find a chance to become a member of the Rotary, and I'm very proud of that. And anything that I can do to help with that type of thing is absolutely number one in my book.
Gene, certainly appreciate your story here today. And for those of us that have been involved and have a number of years in the Rotary, have been involved with the Polio Plus program, at least for myself from the beginning, it kind of brings the story full circle when you hear somebody that has benefited from some of the things that we've been trying to do.
Sure.
And of course, with the eradication efforts that have gone on over the world and all the good work that's been done over these many years. And so I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us here today.
We all have a story to tell, and it needs to be told when it benefits others.